Hello there, one and all. This is Oxhorn, and I'm back with episode 10 of Fallout 4 VR. Alright, let's step on into my little box here. And let's see.
Oh, my list of
Oh,
maintenance fixes keeps getting longer and longer.
what are you doing down here? God, she's just bouncing right into me. Okay, for some reason my, why is this one having a hard time? You see that? It's fully charged too. Let me turn it off real quick and then turn it back on. Sorry, I'm not sure why this is happening. Give me a second to try and figure this out. What on earth is going on? Wow. Does it have something to do with this screenshots thing? Okay, I've got both my controllers off. Let's try this again. There we go. Nope. Alright, bear with me while I figure this out. I'm going to have to exit Fallout 4. So it's not a Fallout 4 issue, it's a Steam VR issue. Alright. I'm going to have to cancel, exit VR, and try it again. Really sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. I got to fix it. Not sure what happened. I know you can't see anything, but at least you can hear me. I'm sorry about this. Let's try this again. All right. Now, let's turn on both controllers. Let's wait for the game to recognize them. Okay. Now, let's put the headset back on. Hopefully, that was the only issue. They appear to be working fine. Let me make one more tweak to my settings. Almost done. Need to make sure that I turn off one setting. Here we go. Let's go to performance. Turn off interleaved reprojection. Always on reprojection. That should do the trick. Then we launch Fallout 4 VR. Okay. Crank myself back in. Ah! Make a minor change. Yeah, this is the rigmarole I have to go through every single time I do this. It's a little bit more complicated because I am broadcasting, but I have to do it for every single time. Let's do the playback device 2, that record device 2, that and the mirror device 2, HTC Vive. There, that should do it. Okay, well, you're getting a little bit of a behind the scenes now. There we go. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure why that didn't work. That was weird. All right. We need to go visit the railroad. Find the railroad. Would it be faster to just walk there? Yeah. It would just be faster to walk there from Green Tech Genetics. Hey Oxhorn, how are you? I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. See if I remember how to find the railroad. There's Ticonderoga. And if I recall, they should just be right over this bridge. There's another bridge right over here. Frame rate's pretty good. There's all of Boston right there, and I'm doing all right with frames. This bridge. Ooh. Let's just take a moment to enjoy that. Wow. Oh, that looks so real. It's so great. Now, the church should be around here somewhere. I'm probably taking the long way around, but I recall it being somewhere there. I think that's it. Think that's it. There it is, Old North Church. We got some ghouls to kill, and I suppose we could exterminate the railroad here since I'm siding with the Brotherhood, but oh well. Gee, I wonder where the railroad's secret headquarters are. Oh, maybe it's that building with the railroad symbol right on the wall. That's it. Can you jump in VR? Yes, you can. Hey, ghouls, I'm here. Anyone else? Just to be safe. I wonder how many stim packs I have left. I've already gone through so many. Ooh, wow, low bridge. That's what I get for reloading. Okay, now I've got this tedious thing to do. Let's see how this works in VR.
It spins.
Ah! Kill it, kill it! Ah! Man. Ah, any more? Any more, please, now. Oh. Oh, infinitely more terrifying. It's right in my right ear. Okay.
So, that's not right.
Ah.
No. Have to start over.
Ah. R.
Here we go again.
A. I. L. R. Oh! Okay, I did something wrong. Hold on. It's railroad. Rail R. Lights! Camera! It's me!
Stop right there. You went through a lot of effort to arrange this meeting. But before we go any further, answer my questions. Who the hell are you?
Put down your weapons first.
Until I determine you're not a threat, we'll point our weapons wherever we damn well please. Who
Ooh!
told you how to contact us?
I don't want to get anyone into trouble.
We'll find out, one way or another. Last question. Why are you here?
Let's say, hypothetically, I've come into possession of a Courser chip. Would you be able to help?
You have what? This is not a joking matter.
I didn't know we were having a party.
Hey, Deacon.
What gives with my invitation?
Sorry, I'm gonna have to kill you
I
later.
see you invited the Courser killer. Nice.
Deacon, you're late. You're saying this intruder actually killed a Courser? Single-handedly? Oh, that'd give even Gloria a run for her money.
Newsflash,
I know the
boss.
password
This
is
guy
really bad.
Kind of a big deal. If you're done interrogating him, you might want to show this Courser murdering machine a little courtesy. Just a thought.
I owe you an apology. Anyone who kills a Courser is good in my book. I'm Desdemona, and I'm the leader of the Railroad.
Oh, yeah. The little riddles and the decoder ring trick really makes it hard to find you.
Anyone that wants to meet us is under surveillance as soon as they follow the Freedom Trail. If you were a threat to our organization, all you'd find here is an empty room.
Des, we need to let him in. He's got an intact Courser chip, for God's sake.
That's right, I'm important.
Violates our security protocols.
To hell with that. He killed a Courser. There's no way he's working for the Institute.
We're letting you into our headquarters. You're the first outsider ever to be given this privilege. We'll discuss the details about your chip inside.
Don't try anything, stranger.
We having fun yet?
We are. Okay, drummer boy.
Talk to the boss.
Hey, Glory. Sorry for what I'm about to do. I wonder if they would... I mean, I'm wearing a full suit of T-60 faction paint job power armor. You'd think they'd be a little concerned that a Brotherhood of Steel soldier just made their way into their secret barracks.
A million things can go wrong, the least of which is losing the data. Fortunately, we have the right man for the job.
Tinker Tom, where are you? Hey, my favorite Tinker Tom.
Oh, hey, Dad. You need something?
Tom, our visitor here has a Courser chip.
Whoa! For real? Oh, man, it's been ages.
Right. Some ground rules. Tom can get you the code, but once he's done, we get the Courser chip.
Fine. It's yours.
All right. Tom, make it happen.
All right, little Courser chip. Let's have the circuit analyzer take a crack at you.
I've always really loved this hacked together terminal with a cathode ray tube and a typewriter. It's great.
We're in. Chip accessed. Just poke the analog connectors a little. What? Oh man, don't crash. Hold it together. Memory hiccup. Here it comes. Encryption algorithms. All right, we're still running.
You got it? Come on. Faster.
Oh man, they've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be... Come on, baby. Show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait, they're using the same logarithmic function as the key generator. Oh man, we got lucky. I got you, you Institute bastard. I got you. It's all friend. Come on. Show me that sweet bass number. Come on, baby. Then we got it. We got the code. Let me load that onto the holotape for ya.
Good work, Tom.
Yeah, but I'm not sure our luck will hold up next time, guys.
Start working on the rest of the chip. And you, I'd love to work with you more. Let me know if you're interested. But to be crystal clear, if you...
Great. Now, I believe I can teleport, or I'm sorry, fast travel from here. Time to return to Virgil. Now. Okay. Must have been a mod I had installed. Fastest way is this way, right? Should I take this way, or should I take that way?
If we're going to be dealing more...
We're not,
You know
sorry.
what a synth is, right?
Let's move out of this awkward conversation.
A synth? What's that?
They are...
There we go. Well, Railroad, it's been a pleasure. The next time you see me, it's going to be down some iron sights. Sorry, it's the wasteland. What can I say? Trying to make this as fluid as possible. Wow. My viewers. Okay, Virgil.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
I have the code.
Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. Not too much of a leap to take down a Courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
The railroad helped me.
Oh God, those kooks. I would have expected they'd be too busy trying to liberate vending machines or setting computer terminals free.
So
or...
he's got it too, doesn't he?
Sorry. They just have something of a reputation. You're not the only one who's been busy. I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the simple explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal you know the all the day.
I'm sure it'll work.
For the record, I haven't made... But, if you... Can you? I mean...
I got it covered.
Good. Good. Because you've got to make it in there. And don't you forget, it's my only... Now go on.
Don't worry, Virgil.
Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know to help you.
Excuse me.
Don't you have work to be doing?
You're right. Now, was there a magazine that I missed? I could have sworn there was a Tesla Science magazine or something lying around here that I missed last time. There it is.
Yes.
Rocket science for toddlers. My favorite topic. Right. Just in case that death claw comes out again. And nope, we're good. Okay. Back to the Prid one.
shelter and supplies.
Ah!
Police station in Cambridge.
Hey there, Maxon. I got a surprise for you. Even though I think you're a hipster, you're gonna like this.
By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental.
Didn't we
We're
already
here
have
because
this
of a unique
conversation?
energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team. According to the moment the Institute.
Sure.
To accomplish, I've had the only lot. That's where
I have a way to infiltrate the Institute using a device called a signal interceptor.
So it appears we share a common goal.
Indeed.
I'm pleased that you've chosen to build the device with the Brotherhood. Now, indulge me for a moment by satisfying my curiosity.
I think they're the ones who kidnapped my son.
The Institute preys on the weak to further their own ends. Together, we'll make them pay for their crimes.
We'll
I'll
make
go ahead
them
and
pay.
brief Proctor Ingram. Report to the airport, and get to work on your project right away.
Okay. I don't want to build it at the airport. I want to build it at Sanctuary because that's where all my stuff is. So let's talk to Proctor Ingram. See if there's anything we can do. I don't think I have to build it at the airport.
If you run into any synths, shoot to kill. We don't take
Wait, where is she? Wait a minute.
If it was up to me, I'd take every feral, muty...
Did she move? Ah. All right, let's see how well. Let's see how well it does with me dropping. That's right over water. That's right over land. I want to see how quickly the textures improve themselves. Here we go. Whoa! Not bad, not bad. Look at that, the ocean is looking good. So in my last broadcast, the problem that I had was that everything looked horrible from way up there on the Prid one. But it solved itself pretty quickly as I came closer to Earth. Okay, Proctor Ingram. There you are, my legless wonder. How you doing?
Elder Maxon said you'd help me build the signal interceptor.
So, looks like you're calling the shots around here now, huh?
That's me.
All right, I'll bite. What does your new miracle device do?
The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. This machine can hijack their signal and send me instead.
Teleportation? Molecular transmission via encrypted RF waves? Okay, even I have to admit, that's genius. This explains why we've been picking up anomalous energy readings all across the Commonwealth. Not to mention how they get their tin soldiers to come out of the damn walls. And this little beauty allows you to literally hijack a return signal. Instead of grabbing the intended target, it grabs you instead. Impressive.
Oh, you definitely know your stuff.
Damn right I do. It's difficult to make out all the details here, but I'm thinking you can get started by building a stabilized reflector platform. It's gonna take a cargo hold full of high-grade metal, but
Okay.
I'm sure that we have plenty of it right here at the airport.
I'm glad you can make sense of those plans.
I haven't made sense of all of it yet, but I will by the time you get the first part built. Here's a list of everything you need to find. You're also going to need a massive power source to get the signal interceptor running.
Right, thank you. I think I have everything I need at Sanctuary, so I'm going to build it there. Let's try going to Sanctuary. Let's build it right in front of the Minutemen. How about that? Let's see what they have to say. Okay. First, and now you get your first tour of workshop building. Now, because workshop settlement building requires so many different controls, they force you into teleport mode. That's just the reality of it. So You're in teleport mode when building, but you get back out of it when you leave. So power source first. Actually, you know what? We need to figure out exactly how much we need. What? I have to go back to talk to Ingram? Fine. They really planned on me doing this at the Boston airport, didn't they? Okay, let's go back to talk to Ingram. Rain, rain, go away. Come again some other day.
Any luck building the platform yet?
Yes, I'm ready to build the rest of it.
Good. Let's move on then. Here's a list of everything we'll need. Now, I know some of that might as well be in Greek, so I'll be around if you have any questions.
Console, relay dish, beam emitter, sensor module. Do I have a sensor module? Oh, God. I think I have a sensor module. Back at Sanctuary. Well, let's find out. I really don't want to have to raid another dungeon just to build this thing. What is that, by the way? Do you see that? Am I the only one saying that? That's the catwalk from Boston Airport. It's kind of ghosting in my field of vision. You see that? I don't understand. Oh, there you are. Welcome to Sanctuary. Power, power, power. How much power? That needs 2. That needs 20. 5. 25, 26, 27. 27 power. I need more aluminum. I can build 32 of those. 14 of those. And none of those. Those produce 3. Those produce 5, I believe, and those produce 3. Great. 5, 10, 25. All right, so we got a lot to do here. 10, 15, 20, 25. 25, 22. Look at that. It's a beauty. All right, where is Maxon? Shouldn't he be there? I remember him being down here. Is it because I built in Sanctuary?
Maxon's waiting to talk to you, and I'm not throwing the switch until he gives us the go-ahead.
Great. Where's Maxon? Please tell me I don't have to go to the Prid one again. All right. Is he making his way here? What is he doing there? He's making his way here. I'm glad I checked my map. I would have gone all the way to the Pridwin. He's walking from the Pridwin all the way to Sanctuary. All right. He could have taken a vertibird. He should have taken a vertibird. Guess I just gotta wait for him to arrive. Is that him? I would look through a scope, but no can do. Is he still there? Let's wait a little bit, see if he moves. If he doesn't, maybe I just should fast travel somewhere, then fast travel back, and maybe he'll have gotten here. Hey, June. I'm sorry for your son.
Do you have a moment? I wanted to thank you for helping us out in Concord.
Oh.
If only we'd run into you sooner.
What happened to you guys?
Long story short, we've been on the move since the attack on Quincy. There used to be more of us. My son, he's gone.
Your son? What was his name?
Kyle. My son's name was Kyle.
That's awful. No parent should have to lose their child.
No, they shouldn't. I just keep thinking, maybe I could have done more. Anyway, thanks again.
Poor June. I did a video called The Long Road to Quincy where I covered their story. It's such a sad story. I feel so bad for him. All right, back to the task at hand. Let's check our Pip-Boy, see if he's moved. He has, but he's moving extremely slow. All right, we're going to fast travel to the Pridwin and then fast travel back and hope that he has made the trip. He is walking slow as molasses. Why didn't he just take a vertibird? All right, back to Sanctuary. He's almost there, too. He's not quite, but he's almost there. Wow. When you think the internet can go low, then they surprise you.
I'll hand it to you. This place isn't awful. It's still a hole, but it could be worse.
It could. You're here. Make it better if you leave. All right, Maxim, welcome to my home. This is Sanctuary.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to us all. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so close to the answers I'm looking for.
Eager to get inside, huh? Good. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
I remember her.
Field of nuclear engineering.
How did the Brotherhood meet Dr. Lee?
She was part of a civilian project in the capital wasteland that the Brotherhood appropriated. It wasn't difficult to convince her to stay. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions
Waters
to our
of life
were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
What sort of differences?
Although she was working with the Brotherhood of Steel, she never formally joined as a scribe. After the capital wasteland was secured, she objected to the Brotherhood's continued military presence.
I wonder
why.
why.
She assumed we would just walk away from it all. She was wrong. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
I want to know what to do if she refuses.
Nothing that would provoke a hostile response. If she refuses, you're not to press the issue. Remember, infiltration of the Institute is our larger goal. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the mission, and don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Are you ready? It's time to go to the Institute. Time to meet Father. By the way, I know it's been a few years, but I feel inclined to say it. If this is your first time watching this story for Fallout 4, major plot spoilers are about to happen, okay? If you don't want the plot to be spoiled this way in VR, I urge you to not watch any further, because we're about to meet a very special person, okay? It has been a few years, so I'm not too worried about spoilers, but just letting you know, as a courtesy.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go.
Yeah?
Are you?
I'm ready.
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform, and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto.
Okay. Here we go.
The device doesn't work from over there. You have to be on the platform.
Dr. Lee is a valuable asset. If any
Let's
harm
see.
comes to it,
Relays dialed in.
holding you personally
Beam
responsible.
emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's
You hear
gonna
the-
take a minute or two to lock in.
Do you hear the
By
classical
way,
music?
This little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute
Refrain from
and what
opening
they're up
fire
to.
inside the
I put a
Institute.
clever little
It could
program on this
jeopardize our entire
holotape
mission.
that'll scan their network and download anything it finds.
It's Flight of the
If you
Valkyrie.
place it in any terminal down there, it'll do
Just
the
like in
rest.
Fallout New Vegas.
Bring
You hear
it back
that?
to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, looks like we have a winner.
I'm noticing this for the
RF
first time.
wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%.
Let's go.
80%.
Flight of the
Emitter
Valkyrie.
spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3,
refrain from
2,
opening fire inside
1.
the Institute.
Stay safe,
It could
soldier.
jeopardize our entire mission.
That was... I'm so stoked that they were very subtly playing Flight of the Valkyrie, just like they did with the Bright Brotherhood launch in Fallout New Vegas. You remember that? I showed it off in my video about the Bright Brotherhood. When the Bright Brotherhood launched into space on the rocket, what were they playing in the flight control? Flight of the Valkyrie. Nice touch, Bethesda. Call out to Fallout New Vegas right there. All right, but we've got a job to do. Let's load this holotape onto the computer and get what we came for. Which tape was it? Network scanner, that's what it is. All right, here we go.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
I have to admit I really enjoyed my Institute playthrough. Even though I think the Institute is evil, I really enjoyed my Institute playthrough.
What you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground.
Gee, I wonder why. Is it because you
Someday,
kidnap them?
perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes, it's me, your dad. I'm here, Sean.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh, it'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
So this is what he looks like if you didn't change the appearance of your sole survivor. I didn't alter mine in any way, and they base grown-up... Well, never mind. I'll get to that in a second.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, levity. Excellent. A sure sign that you adapt
He's
quickly.
psychoanalyzing me.
But I need you
This
to
guy.
realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
When I found that out for the first time, no joke, I was straight up astonished. I don't know if any of you predicted it, maybe you all did, but I didn't predict it. When he said that to me, I was simultaneously shocked and crushed. The fact that the leader of the Institute was my son really, really made me upset. Anyway, as I was trying to say before...
This really is a matter of importance.
Before I realized that I was about to spoil it, They made Father's appearance based on you. So if you alter your character's appearance, he looks completely different. So Father will look different for every single gameplay. This is what he looks like if you didn't change the appearance of your sole survivor.
Oh, come on. That's crazy.
I assure you, I am completely sane and entirely honest. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you, kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time,
and the Institute's
the year
always right.
27, the Institute had made great strides in synth production, but it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking, yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
The synths, me, and you, we're family, but they're nothing more than glorified Nuka-Cola machines? Nothing better than toasters? I don't get this guy. He sits here talking about how we're all family, we share the same genetics, and then he treats them like, look at this poor kid. He psychologically damaged this poor kid. Here comes the stranger. Father doesn't tell him anything about me. I start talking about taking him. Scares this poor kid out of his mind. He doesn't care. He's just a little scientific experiment to him.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
He was a murderer. He killed your mother.
Believe me, I am well aware of the atrocities Kellogg committed. I suspect there are many more we'll never know of. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his.
You wanted me to kill him?
It seemed a fitting way to allow us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Unfortunate collateral damage.
Collateral damage? She was murdered.
Killed? Yes. Murdered?
Yes, murdered.
I'm not so sure about that.
Absolutely murdered.
Still...
I was there.
I do regret never having known her.
Killed?
For many years, I
sure.
never
But murdered? Oh, I don't
her.
know.
I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again.
Like Vera
What else
Keys.
can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute.
Look at his posture here.
It really is humanity's best hope for the future.
It's brainwashed.
No matter what those above ground might think of us.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from
I'm not skipping through it. I'm not
Whatever
sure.
You've seen or heard. I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assume that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
I'll do whatever it takes. It's worth it.
I am glad to hear that. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Now, in every playthrough I've done, even the ones for the Brotherhood and the Railroad and the Minutemen, at this moment I do exactly what Father asks. I go around, but I want to know what happens if you kill him. I've read what happens, but I've never seen what happens. After all, if we kill him now, we can't get Dr. Lee. Sorry, Sean. Really? Really? Jeez. Well, that was horrible. It was far worse than I thought it was going to feel. Ugh. Well, I'm glad I saved right before so I can always go back in case I start to feel really bad. Alright, let's get on with it. Maxon will be upset because we don't get Dr. Lee now. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. Whom we do get.
Reporting status. All functions normal. Scanning. Subject identified.
I wonder what Maxon's gonna say. Yeah, this way Virgil doesn't get his cure.
All systems nominal.
Half the chat is mortified, the other half is super excited. Oh, this is from my destruction earlier. Yeah, Maxon's gonna be really mad.
You think the common stuff looks bad?
I can't wait to... Oh, it's still raining! Oh, it's still raining! Oh, no! Look at that! It's still raining inside. Oh, this little hipster haircut guy is going to be so furious at me.
Lancer Captain Kells has informed me that the Institute's on high alert, and you're to blame.
Yeah.
Explain yourself, Knight.
I did that.
There isn't much to explain. What's done is done.
That's your explanation? Your instructions were clear. You were to infiltrate the Institute, find Dr. Lee, and convince her to return to the Brotherhood. I'm extremely disappointed in you, Knight.
I stand by my actions, sir.
Do you? Well, if nothing else, you have the courage to stand your ground. That doesn't absolve you from your mistake. But let's just say you've earned back some of my respect. Fortunately, this incident doesn't change our current strategy. We have a contingency plan that's already being put into effect that should ensure completion of our special project. Now, I believe you still possess an important piece of data that Proctor Ingram is eagerly awaiting. I want you to bring it to her immediately. And Knight, don't disappoint me again. Dismissed.
Got it, buddy. So, that's what happens if we kill Father.
87% efficiency.
Adjusting internal balance and pressure. Green lights across the board.
It's pretty awful. Is she still down there? I think she's down there, yeah.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
You mean being zapped into energy and then put back together again? Piece of cake.
You can make jokes all you want, but I wouldn't put so much faith in technology I didn't understand. Speaking
That's
of
right, these guys are
technology
scared
I
of
don't
tech.
Understand? I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
For all we know, that thing could be a recipe for Deathclaw surprise.
Well, it's the best we could do with such short notice. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, I've got a new assignment for you. So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll help us crush.
It will. Come on. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in.
I'm excited. You ready to see an old friend? Infanticide, I think, is what it's called.
Is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
Proctor.
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational.
No problem.
Because now, the bad news is that it's the first.
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all as much what we. Her name's. Why don't you? Oh, once she sees. In the meantime, I'll.
Ooh! See, this is new. How do I move it around? I can't move it around in virtual space? Aw. But this is new. Yeah, they don't give us this when we talk to Madison Lee, but we do get this when we talk to Scara. Cool. So this is what happens if we end up leaving the Institute by opening fire on anyone or killing Father. We have to go to Diamond City to talk to Professor Scara, which I talked a little bit about in my video on the Science Center. All right. Oop.
Yes?
Can't believe you eat that food. Only one thing worth buying in the dugout inn. You look a little roughed up. Talk to Dr. Hunter over at the mega surgery.
Where'd she go? Where's her what?
Sorry to let you down, but I'm afraid I'm not in the mood to teach biology lessons today.
Where's Scara?
Actually, I'm looking for Professor Scara.
You are? That's strange, so am I. Her normal field expeditions never last more than a few days, but it's been over a week now.
Oh, I didn't know they sent us on a quest.
Afraid something terrible has happened to her.
Do you know where she went?
Well, I don't usually like to pry into her business, but I found some notes on her terminal. The last place Professor Scara said she was going is the General Atomics Galleria. I'll mark it on your mapping device.
What?
There. Look, if you find her, could you tell her to come home?
Aw, she's worried. But what danger could she get into at the General Atomics Galleria? This is fun. This is entirely new to me. I always leave Sean alive and go through all the Institute quests, but this time, of course, I didn't. What is she doing at the... Oh, great. I hope I don't have to kill all those robots. It's a bit of a walk from 10 Pines, but not too bad. There's the crashed flight. I did a video on all the crashed flights that we find in the Commonwealth. Pretty interesting story there. And I did a video on the Atomic Galleria, or the General Atomics Galleria, if you want to watch that. I've done a lot of videos about Fallout 4 so far. Oh, I just lost my footstep noise. Now, what is Professor Scara doing here? This is fascinating. What's she doing in the bowling alley?
Be on the lookout for thieves, trespassers, and communists!
Welcome to Back Alley Bowling. Step right this way and I'll get you all set up. Stop! Stop! You have to pay! You must be bloody stupid if you can't hide.
Any more?
That's a good start. Now just keep running and we'll call it even. Why must humans always resort to violence?
Where are you, Scara? Where is she? There she is.
Excuse me, but this is a private research site. If you're here to study these robots, I'll have to insist you relocate to somewhere else.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Oh, well, that puts an entirely different spin on everything, doesn't it? My name's Professor Scara, and in answer to what I expect to be your next question, Professor is my first name, not my title.
What?
The whole thing's rather complicated. Perhaps I'll explain it to you sometime.
Her name is
now that
Professor
I've
Scara.
introduced myself.
That's great.
Perhaps you'd care to tell me why you're here.
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to ask for your help.
How very interesting. I wasn't aware that you people ever asked for anything. While I'm flattered that the Brotherhood of Steel would find me useful, I can't help but be wary of your methods and motivations. Perhaps if you were more specific, we could come to some kind of a mutual understanding.
We need your expertise to get Liberty Prime back online.
Liberty Prime? Where have I heard that before? Oh, yes. I believe it's some kind of an enormous robot. Intriguing as it sounds. I'm afraid my work at General Atomics isn't complete. Perhaps you could come back another time.
We'll just find someone else, I suppose.
Now hold on a moment. If you think you're going to find someone else in the Commonwealth with my level of expertise, you're sorely mistaken. All right, you've got a deal. I'll wrap up my collecting trip and meet you at your headquarters. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a few loose ends to tie up before I leave.
Great. Sounds good. So, I get now why they put her here, because they wanted us to know that she was a robotics expert, and if she was here at the General Atomics Galleria doing research on robots, that cinches the deal, right? Shame I had to kill all these robots, but they won't let me through unless I pay a hefty fine, which I was not prepared to do. But now I believe this means I've got all these robots mad at me, doesn't it? Okay. They're not mad at me. All right. I thought they were going to open fire on me. Nope. Great, let's see what Ingram says.
At Victorian, brother.
And there she is. Hey there, Scara.
Ingram?
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Professor?
You call this a good start? This poor thing's memory core was completely corrupted. Haven't you people ever heard of inertial dampeners? Titanium shock casing?
It won't be easy, but I should be able to make a few modifications and get his basic functions online.
If you...
charming.
So it's the exact same dialogue. Looks like Lee and Scara share a personality if you don't get Lee.
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting. Besides, I've never seen someone so In fact, we're ready.
Sure, anything you need.
That's what I love about it. You're ready to... The actuators are what... Prime's new lens. We're gonna have to rip them. What we need you...
All right. Here's a list of...
Now, before you get that... The only thing we need, according to Proctor Quinn, we've already sent out a few teams.
Once you start building the... Good luck.
Great. I got exactly what I need. Okay, and I'm going to have to end the broadcast here, ladies and gentlemen. I still have to do some editing for a video on Fallout New Vegas that I want to publish on Saturday. So I've got a bit of work ahead of me on that. But there we go. We went to the Institute, we killed Father, and we got Professor Scara. So a lot done in a short broadcast. Next time we do a broadcast, I'm going to go ahead and finish building Liberty Prime, and then we may take him out for a spin. Are you excited about that? Does that sound fun? Sure sounds fun to me. Well, sorry if you're just now coming to the program. We've been broadcasting for a couple of hours now, and I need to call it a day. But thank you so much for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, and for joining me on this broadcast of Fallout 4 VR. We are whipping through the major plot to Fallout 4 on the Brotherhood side, so that we can eventually see Liberty Prime walking around in all of his beautiful VR detail. I'm excited about that. So tune in tomorrow. I'm going to have more Fallout 4 VR videos for you tomorrow, and we'll try to finish the primary game before the week ends. No promises, but that's the goal. So that way we've at least finished the entire game, and we can start next week fresh with brand new lore videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, as always, with a brand new video. Now, to take this thing off my head, just rip it right off there. And I'm always surprised to find out what side of the room I end up on at the end of a broadcast. Okay, I'm going to end the broadcast, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.